Hello, my name is LaMont Josie. I live in the state of Pennsylvania. My hobbies and my interests are music and sports. I was a standout in high school in track and field, and I love to take long walks and movies, etc. I'm a more on the health and sports and fitness fanatic. The degree I'm pursuing is a degree in religion, and I am currently a minister of music at a church here in Pennsylvania. But I am an ordained elder as well. My plans are to utilize my degree in pastoring because I've been called to the ministry. I've been called to pastor, and I just want to be more effective in my outreach and more effective in when I speak to audiences. And I believe that this particular course will help me utilize my words more carefully, and it'll give me more insight into what I'm trying to do. Um, it's interesting that we're talking about this particular about speaking and what things that have happened because not too long ago I lived in the state of North Carolina, and I was the minister of music and an ordained elder there. And as I lived there, the Lord was telling me to move. About 3.5 years ago, He was telling me that I needed to move. But because of the fact that I was making the type of money that I was making, I decided not to move. And so time went on and time went on, and He kept telling me it was time to go. So a friend of mine and I were talking, and then I was telling him what it was, and he was just like, "Well, you better go." I said, "Man," he said, "you better move." I said, "Listen," I said, "is the Lord gonna have to come down and touch me on my shoulder and have to tell me to move to give up this money into my comfort zone?" And because I lived in a nice house, I lived in a nice big house in a nice area in the outskirts of Charlotte, North Carolina, and I was just living it up. But the Lord told me to go. So what ended up happening was, when I did not move, the Lord ended up touching my health because I ended up becoming stressed out. My blood pressure started getting was all out of whack, and then He just started doing little things to make me uncomfortable. And so I decided to follow uh, the voice of the Lord, and it led me to Erie, Pennsylvania. Now I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, so where I am is a little closer, but I didn't exactly want to be back home. And since I've been here, the preparation that I have received here in this particular state is probably something that I would have never received when I was in North Carolina, um, because I was in a comfort zone, and I believe the Lord had to make me uncomfortable for me to actually seek Him and know that it was all about Him. So I really just want this to be a lesson to anybody, that when you hear the voice of the Lord telling you to go, go. Don't let it come down to something happening for you to have to listen, and for you to have to do it, because I was put in a position where I had to leave. Um, so that's really my story. I thank you all for listening, and I just hope that my hope and my prayer is that this particular course helps me to become a little more prepared in what I'm doing and in my call to the ministry. Thank you.